The Pinterest Keyword Playbook. How creators find the exact phrases buyers are typing. Pinterest is secretly a search engine. Learn the keyword research process that gets your pins and your storefront link discovered months after you post. Most creators treat Pinterest like a slower, prettier Instagram. Post, hope for likes, move on. That's the wrong mental model, and it's costing you sales. Pinterest isn't a social feed with a short attention span. It's a visual search engine with the memory of Google. A well-optimized pin can keep surfacing in search results 6, 12, even 24 months after you published it, quietly sending buyers to your storefront while you sleep. But that longevity only shows up if you've targeted the actual phrases people type into the search bar, not the caption language you'd naturally reach for on Instagram. This is the keyword research process that separates pins that vanish in 48 hours from pins that become a permanent, compounding sales channel. Why Pinterest keywords work differently than hashtags. On Instagram or TikTok, a hashtag is a loose category, and the algorithm mostly rewards engagement velocity in the first hour. On Pinterest, the ranking signal is closer to Google's. Does this pin's title, description, and image content actually match what someone typed? There's no expiration clock forcing you to post at 7 p.m. for maximum reach. A pin optimized for aesthetic Notion template for content creators can sit quietly for months, then start climbing when someone searches that exact phrase in October while planning their 2027 content calendar. That's the entire appeal. You do the keyword work once, and it keeps working without you refreshing it weekly. This also means your job isn't to write a clever caption. It's to think like the person searching. Someone typing into Pinterest is usually mid-project, not mid-scroll. They're planning a wedding, redoing a budget, prepping a launch. That intent is exactly why Pinterest traffic converts well when it lands on a real offer instead of a dead end. If you don't already have somewhere for that traffic to go, create your store before you invest hours in pins. Otherwise, you're optimizing a search engine that points at nothing. Step 1. Mine the search bar's autocomplete. Open Pinterest, click into the search bar, and type the broadest version of what you sell. Budget planner, resume template, wedding checklist. Before you hit enter, Pinterest's autocomplete drops a list of the actual phrases people are searching right now, ranked roughly by volume. This is free, live demand data, and almost nobody reads past the first 2 suggestions. Go all the way down the list, and then rerun the search with a modifier attached. Add, for freelancers, for beginners, printable, or digital to your seed term, and read the new autocomplete list that appears. Each modifier reveals a different sub-audience with its own search volume. Budget planner for freelancers and budget planner for moms are different buyers typing different words, and Pinterest will show you both if you bother to ask. Search your core product term with nothing else typed and screenshot the full drop-down. Add one audience modifier for nurses, for small business, and screenshot again. Add one format modifier, printable, digital, editable, and screenshot again. Add one outcome modifier, that saves time, for beginners, and screenshot again. Circle every phrase that sounds like something a buyer, not a browser, would type. Step 2. Read the guided search pills like a map. After you search a term, Pinterest shows a row of colored pill buttons under the search bar. This is guided search, and it's arguably richer than autocomplete because it reflects related searches, not just completions of what you typed. Click one pill, and the row refreshes with a new set based on that combination. 2 or 3 clicks deep, you'll land on genuinely niche phrases you'd never have guessed to type yourself. Things like minimalist budget planner aesthetic or budget planner for ADHD. Treat this like a decision tree. Each click is a fork, and each fork is a phrase with its own competition level. The deeper you go, the smaller and more specific the audience gets. but also the less competition you're fighting, because far fewer creators bother clicking 3 pills deep. That's exactly the gap you want to live in. Screenshot as you go. Guided search doesn't save history. Keep a running note or screenshot folder of every pill path you explore. You'll want to revisit these phrases across multiple pins, not just once. Step 3. Use Pinterest trends to time it right. Pinterest trends, search Pinterest. Trends, if you're in a supported region, shows you search volume over the past 12 months for any term, plus related and rising queries. This is where keyword research turns into a content calendar. Search holiday gift guide in trends, and you'll see the curve starts climbing in August, not December, because Pinterest users plan and save months ahead of when they actually buy or act. If you wait until December to post your holiday-themed digital product pin, you've missed the window. The algorithm already favors pins that were indexed and gathering saves back in September. This is the single biggest mindset shift creators miss. Pinterest users are planners, not impulse scrollers. Someone searching wedding budget spreadsheet in March is often planning an event 9 to 12 months out. Someone searching New Year content planner is searching in October and November, not January 1st. Use trends to find your term's seasonal curve. Then publish 6 to 10 weeks ahead of the peak, so Pinterest has time to index and start showing your pin in results before demand hits. Step 4. Score keywords before you commit to a pin. Not every phrase you find is worth building a pin around. Run each candidate through a quick filter. Does it show up unprompted in autocomplete, real volume? Does it survive 2 guided search clicks without disappearing, real depth? And critically, does it match something you actually sell? A phrase with huge volume, but no connection to your product is a dead end. It might get you views, but views that never see your offer. The goal isn't traffic, it's buyers, so the phrase should map directly to a specific product, not a vague theme. A useful gut check. Could you write the pin title using this exact phrase without it sounding forced? 5 budget planner layouts for freelancers who hate spreadsheets. Reads naturally and contains 3 layered search phrases. If a keyword only fits by cramming, it's probably too broad or too far from what you sell. Skip it and go back to guided search for a better fork. Step 5. Build the pin around the phrase, not the other way around. Once you've picked a target phrase, it needs to appear in 3 places: the pin title, the pin description, and ideally as visible text overlay on the image itself. Pinterest's visual recognition reads on image text too. Then the pin needs somewhere real to send that search traffic. Linking a beautifully optimized pin to a generic homepage wastes the exact match intent you just spent 20 minutes earning. Link it to the specific product, or to your storefront if you're promoting the whole shop. This is the step creators skip most often, and it's the one that actually turns search traffic into revenue. If you haven't set up your storefront yet, this is the moment to do it. Every keyword you research is wasted effort until there's a page on the other end that can actually take a payment. Setting up takes minutes. Connect Stripe or add a PayPal email, add your first digital product, and you have a link ready for every pin description you write from here on. See a live example store if you want a reference for what a finished storefront looks like before you build yours. A pin is a tiny ad that never stops running, but only if the keyword actually matches what someone's looking for. Step 6. Track what's actually ranking. Give a new keyword-targeted pin 4-6 weeks before judging it. Pinterest's indexing is slower than social platforms by design, since it's optimizing for months of relevance, not hours of engagement. After that window, check your Pinterest analytics for impressions and outbound clicks on that specific pin, and compare it against the volume signal you originally saw in autocomplete or trends. If a high-volume phrase produced low impressions, your title or description probably isn't matching closely enough to the exact phrase. Tighten the wording rather than abandoning the topic. Keep a simple running list. Phrase, pin link, date published, impressions at week 6, clicks at week 6. This takes 10 minutes to maintain and turns keyword research from guesswork into a repeatable system you improve every month, instead of starting from zero each time you sit down to pin. Don't skip the destination. Keyword research only pays off if the click lands somewhere that can actually sell. Before your next pinning session, make sure your storefront link, product pricing, and checkout are ready to go. Check pricing and common questions if you're still deciding on a plan. The compounding payoff. The creators who win on Pinterest aren't the ones posting the most. They're the ones who did the keyword homework once and let the algorithm's long memory do the rest. 10 well-researched pins targeting real search phrases, each linked to a specific product on your storefront, will outperform 100 pins built around whatever caption felt catchy that day. Set aside one afternoon a month for the routine in this playbook: autocomplete, guided search, trends, scoring, tracking. And Pinterest stops being a platform you post to and starts being a search engine that quietly sells for you, months after you've moved on to the next thing. If you run into setup questions along the way, contact support. They can help you get products and pricing right before you send a single click their way. Key takeaways. Pinterest ranks pins by matching search phrases, not by chasing viral velocity. Treat it like SEO, not social. The search bar's autocomplete and the guided search drop-down pills are free, real-time keyword research tools. Pinterest Trends shows you seasonality and rising terms months before they peak. Plan pins ahead of demand. Long tail, specific phrases, budget planner for freelancers. Beat broad ones, planner, because they face less competition and match buyer intent. Every optimized pin should link straight to a product or your storefront. Traffic without a destination is a wasted search ranking. Start your creator store free at store.fan.